Located on the southern tip of the Seneca Lake in central New York and a staple of the NASCAR schedule, welcome to Watkins Glen International. Will we see a change in the point standings tonight? Will GAC push towards MB Motorsports? Will Max Rev Motorsports have the breakout performance they need to push beyond SoMO Racing? It's round 22 from Watkins Glen International, live on PBR Broadcasting. Welcome and thank you for joining us here tonight at Watkins Glen International for the BZ Designs 155. I'm Stephen Parks and I'll be bringing you all the action here tonight live on PBR Broadcasting. Let's take a look at tonight's tough 2.5 mile 11 corner track. Let's start with corner number 1. Watch out on the start, as we could see a huge pileup looking for position and trying to hit that optimal line. Drivers will be fighting down there. Turn 1 could also make or break a run when it matters the most. Turn 2, 3, and 4 can be tricky, as the car can snap loose if you carry too much speed into the corner as the car's weight shifts around. Also, adding to the difficulty is the elevation change in that section of the track. Then we head to corner 5, 6, 7, and 8, also named the bus stop. Added in order to slow down cars before the carousel turn. Brake too early, and not only do you risk losing time, but you also risk getting rear-ended by the car behind you. Brake too late and you could snap loose or overshoot the bus stop completely. Turn 6 is the carousel. Drivers will need to gain enough speed out of the bus stop to carry the car through the corner, while being able to keep the car set up for corner exit. Get on the throttle too early here and the car will go around, as we see them coming around the carousel right now. Then we go to, I believe this is, that was turn 9. Then we go to turn 10, which is kind of like the bus stop in the sense you brake too early or too late and you could run into trouble. It's another get on the throttle and spin corner, but don't hit the corner just right and you may end up in the sand pit. Turn 11, the final corner, isn't the easiest corner out there, but we do see many drivers gain a lot of time on this corner. If you do push it too hard coming off the corner, you'll spin, and unfortunately there is nowhere to recover when you go spinning on turn 11, as if you spin it high, you go into the outside wall. If you spin it low, you could possibly hit the pit wall, or possibly go into the pit entrance and get a black flag. Tonight's race will be 110 miles, equating for 45 laps. We should see one pit stop around lap 22 to 30, depending on when these guys elect to bring it down in. We are in qualifying right now. We'll continue with the pre-race show here. Paul Cohen would earn his first BZ Designs Hard Charger Award last week at Pocono, gaining 11 spots, racing a clean race, but not getting an incident at all throughout the whole entire race. We will take away the qualifying board really quick because we're going to go over points now. No newcomers to the top 5 last week. See if we can pull up the championship. There it is. No newcomers in the top 5, but there was a little bit of shakeup in points. Seth Hatchell would have the roughest day of the top 5 after an electrical issue parks Hatchell's car and gives him a 20th place finish after claiming the pole. Hatchell remains in the lead in points, though. Hatchell remains in the lead with points with a 735 point. Oh no, excuse me. Hatchell remains in the lead with a 735 points standing. Adam Baker jumped on his chance to take over MB Motorsports and lead the way, and he would claim a 4th place finish at Pocono as he now moves within 34 points of Hatchell. David Howard Jr. struggled last week and was involved in a wreck, putting him in 19th. His performance last week puts him 96 points back, still able to hold on to that 3rd place position. Chris Samard would have a serviceable day with an 8th place finish. The biggest story in the Samard camp is that he is now 11 points back from 3rd place and sits 107 back from Hatchell. Bob Skinner was running for his 3rd straight BZ Designs Hard Charger Award, but a late pass by Paul Cohen would take that away from him and move him outside the top 10. Skinner would finish 11th last week and is now 125 points back from the lead. Now take a look at the team standings and news in the team standings. SoMO Racing would make a splash in the team standings by signing Kurt Davidson, and a new team peeks into the top 5 this week. But first, let's take a look at 1 through 4. MB Motorsports would remain in the lead with 1,625 points after Shane Papala and Adam Baker would claim a win and earn 87 points for MB Motorsports. GAC Racing would remain in 2nd, and Keith Mayato would get back to his racing form. Keith Mayato and Chris Samard would combine for 74 points and finishing 6th and 8th as they currently sit 78 points back from MB Motorsports. SoMO Racing would get a big boost in points with the signing of Kurt Davidson. It would move SoMO within 363 points of MB Motorsports, and they would claim 78 last week from Aaron Riley and Paul Zoda's performance at Pocono. Max Rev Motorsports would miss out on a win, but would look to continue fighting closer to SoMO Racing even after the signing of Davidson. Max Rev is currently 546 points back, but would have a pretty good points day last week after Stephen Burnett would claim a 2nd place finish and Justin Kern would combine points for 71 points at Pocono. Out goes Fury Motorsports, in comes Diamond State Racing. With Fury Motorsports' absence last week, David Howard Jr. was able to claim just enough points to push the Arkansas-based team into the top 5. Howard Jr. would score 26 points last week, and Diamond State Racing is now 858 points back from MB Motorsports. Some stories to go over before we get to the race here today. Shane Papala would claim his 2nd straight July Pocono race win last week. Unfortunately, Shane did not have the best showing at Watkins Glen last year, finishing 9th on the lead lap, but 1 minute 7 seconds back from the lead. Aaron Riley's success continued last week, and we're getting ready to go to the race here. Aaron Riley's success would continue last week. We saw Aaron once again battle for the top 5 all night. He did finish 3rd, so he did say he was going to struggle here tonight at the Glen, but you know what? We're getting ready to go to racing. Let's take a look at the starting grid for tonight. Starting on the pole, Keith Mayato back up front for the first time in a couple weeks. Kurt Davidson will start 2nd on his outside. Joe Mitchell of MB Motorsports will be the first MB Motorsports car up there in 3rd. Travis Wall of Max Rev Motorsports will start 4th. Stephen Burnett of Max Rev Motorsports will start in 5th, and the number 8, Seth Hatchell of MB Motorsports, will start in 6th. Adam Baker of MB Motorsports will start 7th. Chris Samard of GAC Racing in 8th. Shane Papala will start 9th tonight. Jim Locking will start 10th. Lupe Gonzalez of 575 Motorsports will start 11th, and Paul Zoda of SoMO Racing will start 12th. Aaron Riley of SoMO Racing will start 13th tonight, and Brian Neff will start 14th. Lynn McNeese of GAC Racing will start 15th tonight, and Dean Viney of GAC Racing will start 16th. Jeff Glockner of SoMO Racing will start 17th. David Howard Jr. of Diamond State Racing will start 18th. Paul Cohen will start 19th, and teammate David Gainforth will start 20th. Justin Rogers will start 21st tonight. Joe Owen, back after a week off, will start 22nd. And rounding out our field, Bob Skinner of Mayhem Motorsports will start 23rd. We are waiting. There's the pace car. It is leaving now. But while we go around the track here, let's see if we can get through this really quick here. Currently, there are 7 drivers locked into the chase. They are Keith Mayato, Seth Hatchell, Adam Baker, Chris Samar, Shane Papala, Joe Mitchell, and Stephen Burnett. Currently, the next 9 into the chase bracket based on points would be David Howard Jr., Bob Skinner, Aaron Riley, David Gainforth, Paul Zoda, Lupe Gonzalez, Lynn McNeese, Kurt Davidson, and Joe Owen. And once again, let's see if we have this keyed up here real quick. Alright, I think we got this ready to go. So once again, if you would like to watch the SoMO Garage cam hooked up to Paul Zoda, he is on the second channel. We'll take a look in there really quick as they come around carousel. We'll flip to that cam. You see the inside of Paul Zoda's car and what he has to deal with during the race tonight. And as we get ready for green flag tonight, we want to remind everyone at home to hit that subscribe button, because next Thursday, the Lazy Days Cup Series heads back to the land of the Great Lakes, Michigan International Speedway, for the Michigan 290, and you can catch all the action live here on PBR Broadcasting. And the green flag is out. 45 laps of action tonight here at Watkins Glen International. No real incidents, it looks like, coming out of turn 1. Into 2 they go. Keith Mayato out to a big jump. We'll go back to Joe Mitchell. He's got Kurt Davidson behind him. As it looks like we may have had 4 non-starters for the night. Not sure what happened to those 4, or the 3. It is Joe Owen, Justin Rogers, Paul Cohen not taking the start, as Keith Mayato jumps out to an early lead. Adam Baker and Bob Skinner, your 2 who have moved the most here tonight. Adam Baker back in 5th, and Bob Skinner currently showing as 19th. Biggest falls of the night so far, Travis Wall, lap 1, moves back 2 positions. As right now he's battling Adam Baker to move back in the top 5. He will clear him going into 1, gets that inside preferred line that we talked about in turn 1. Really, we still have battles all around the track. Brian Neff moves up a spot. He's actually going to move up too as Lynn McNeese runs into some problems. Not sure what happened to Lynn, but he let a couple guys go by him. Taking a look to see where our next battle is. It looks like it might be here with Seth Hatchell and Adam Baker for the 6th position. Two teammates working together, trying to get through this long race, 45 laps, half the distance of the NASCAR distance. As we're having some times come in, Keith Mayato with a 1:08. Joe Mitchell right there with him, running a 1:08. And Lynn McNeese continues to struggle. Now back in, I believe that's 16th. And he is followed by Paul Zota, who has fallen back 6 positions. Go up to our leader, Keith Mayato, who does have a 1.5 second lead on the field. Right behind him, you have Joe Mitchell. Taking a look to see when or if anything is going on to any of the drivers here tonight. Jeff Glockner, actually Lynn McNeese continues to fall, now back to 17th, getting passed up by Paul Zota. And now Bob Skinner's going to slide in and make the pass. Aaron Riley up into 12th, just fell back to 12th actually, as he was passed by Jim Locking. As this pack right here continues to fight it out. Jim Locking up there sneaks in front of Aaron Riley just before, I believe that was Brian Neff. Oh, he did pass Brian Neff. That was Brian Neff sneaking in there in front of Aaron Riley and behind Jim Locking. And now Aaron Riley's starting to fall. David Howard Jr. is up 5 positions here tonight. Up to 13th. There are no full course cautions here tonight. As Aaron Riley's starting to have some electrical issues there. We are 5 laps into this race. We thought it was 45 laps. It is actually 65 laps. Not sure. We're going to check on that, but I'm not sure if that was a mistake. Guys, we'll go to check the SoMO racing page. Let's go up front and watch Keith Mayato. As Kurt Davidson's going to run into issues, takes the corner wide, able to pop right in front of Travis Wall, but he's going to let Joe Mitchell by. Yeah, we'll have to get a word in with Paul as the race goes on tonight. Joe Mitchell starting to free fall. I was not sure, we might have missed what happened to Joe, but he has fallen from second all the way back to fifth. As Kurt Davidson's going to let Travis Wall by. Seven laps into the race tonight, as Keith Mayato might have ran into some problems. He was 9 seconds ahead. Make that 6, and it was down to 5 at one point. Gonna see it come back to 7. Not sure what happened to Keith, but he did have a great lead, and it fell off. Lynn McNeese goes for a spin. Take a look here to see what might have happened to Lynn. Oh, locks him up going into turn number 1. Right into the outside wall he goes. No front end left on that car. We'll have to see if he remains on the track here tonight. Jeff Glockner has gone 1 lap down as Keith Mayato making his first moves on the end of the pack. As actually, Glockner has fallen way back. That was 10th. Lupe Gonzalez, and now in the 91 of Jim Locking is going to make the pass on him. So Jeff Glockner struggling early here tonight. As Keith Mayato continues to set sail and push away from the field. Brian Neff, blown motor for Brian Neff. We'll have to see what happened to him here. Brian Neff in those S turns, snaps a little bit loose, tries to save it, makes contact. So Brian Neff struggling here tonight. As we'll look to see if we can get a word in with Brian as he brings his car around and tries to get to pit road. As Keith Mayato still way ahead of the pack. Got 1 car lapped already, and he's looking to catch David Gainforth now. We'll take a look around the field now. Travis Wall back here, still battling with Kurt Davidson and Adam Baker. Now we will see if we can get a word in with Brian Neff here. Brian Neff, you got a copy?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what happened out there, man?
Oh, I just got loose coming up the hill.
Are you planning on getting the damages repaired and get back out there?
Yeah, if I didn't hear what the minimum speed is, but if I can't do a decent lap, I'll pull back off.
All right, well, we hope to see you back out there. Good luck to you, man.
All right, man, appreciate it.
That was Brian Neff, who's on pit road. Got a little bit loose coming out of the S's there, and unfortunately nowhere to go. Paul Zoda falling back into 15th, getting passed up by Bob Skinner. Bob Skinner, 7 positions gained. Him and David Howard Jr. going to war for that award here tonight. David Howard Jr. does have 6 position gain. Bob Skinner with 7. And actually, David Howard Jr. now is going to tie that battle up. I think it's 7 apiece. And we are still getting multiple drivers running 108s 11 laps into this race. And we will see if we can get the in-car camera working here for Paul Zota. Take a ride along with Paul Zota and see what he's dealing with out on the track here tonight.
Relative.
And that was Paul Zota. He's out there still trying to battle out there. He is currently, see where he is on the track. He is running in 14th right now. As you see him coming around turn 11. We did have one car off the track. I believe that was Jeff Glockner. It was. Also getting word Jim Locking off the track. See if we can take a look. Yeah, it's Jim Locking right there. Spinning it, coming off the corner into the pit road while he goes. Blown motor. Looks like he did have to tow it. And we might have missed this. This was Jeff Glockner giving the 101 of David Gainforth a spin. Jeff Glockner. Oh, and David Gainforth almost came out the wrong time there. He did let the leader by, but he is now one lap down, as now Stephen Burnett, currently in 6th, trying to work his way past him. Taking a look at the scoring right now, we do have 17 drivers on the track. Jeff Glockner may be coming back on. It looked like there for a second he would. And do we have our first pit stop of the night? Seth Hatchell on pit road, getting those tires. Maybe getting that pit stop early, calling it a night. But with 65 laps, I'm thinking these guys might have to take 2 stops. So maybe he's thinking an early stop now, stretch it and run it to the end, and then call it a night with the last one. But Seth Hatchell will move back into 13th. Looking through the field, we do have 2 cars. Actually, we have 3 cars as Brian Neff back on the track. And it doesn't look like he was able to make it up to minimum speed as he brings it back down pit road now. And right now, drivers off the track: Jim Locking, Brian Neff, Jeff Glockner, Paul Cohen. And actually, we do have, I believe that was Jeff Glockner coming back on the track. Take a look to see if that is true. He's getting tired, so he might be coming back onto the track now. But we do have 6 drivers out of this race. 3 did not start the race. 2 cars lap. Last car on the lead lap, that would be the 71 of Dean Viney, who is currently 58 seconds back from leader Keith Mayato. And now Seth Hatchell, moving his way through the field, has already gotten up into 12th. And we are going to step away really quick here. We'll be back right after this. All right, and while we were gone, we did get confirmation from Paul Zota. These guys will be running the full 65 laps. So this is just about 75% distance. We do have a pass for what happened to Adam Baker as he continues to fall. He just got passed by Kurt Davidson and Joe Mitchell. And Paul Zota in the grass. No hood on that 99. Not sure what happened to the 99 of Paul Zota. But he is now showing 1 lap down as Lynn McNeese, also with no hood, running up there 1 lap down as well. So, let's do this. We got a trivia question for the night. How many poles did the late Dale Earnhardt hold at Watkins Glen? Stay tuned here because on lap 45, we'll be giving you the answer. As these guys continue to run it out at the road course, 18 laps in, and Keith Mayato has led every single lap, 13 seconds ahead of the field. As right now, he's got his eyes set on the 71 of Dean Viney. Paul Zota in the pits trying to get some damage repaired. Take a look around the field. Travis Wall running in second right now. And then back behind him, you do have Joe Mitchell. And he's still got a battle on his hands with Kurt Davidson and Adam Baker right behind him. Taking a look at your BZ Designs hard charger at the moment. That would be the number 7 of David Howard Jr. for Diamond State Racing. Go back up to Keith Mayato, who is getting around the 71 of Dean Viney. Clears him no problem coming out of Carousel into turn number 10. As he has set sail, still 12 seconds ahead of Travis Wall, who's running in second. as Joe Mitchell looks to have made a little bit of time on that 4th and 5th place battle. As you see, Stephen Burnett also managed to clear the lap car. I believe that was Paul Zoda back there. So Burnett missing his normal partner of Justin Kern out here tonight. But Burnett does have Travis Wall up there with him. As I believe that was the 77 of Chris Samar getting loose up there. But Travis Wall right now leading the way for Max Rev Motorsports, trying to claim some points. We do have a change in position. That was actually Chris Samard starting to fall. Not sure what happened to the 77, but he's going to give up 2 positions. That was to the 89 of Shane Papala and the 53 of Lupe Gonzalez, putting Chris Samard back into 9th. Now, Kurt Davidson down pit road. An early pit stop, it looks like, for the 41. You also have... Oh, no. Nope. Keith Mayato on pit road. So we're going to have a new leader for the first time here tonight. Travis Wall on the pole at the moment. Kurt Davidson, Chris Samar down pit road. We're getting into that pit stop moment. Do they want to pit early here? Do they want to take those tires, get back out there, run a full tank, and then maybe try to stretch it to the last one? Or are we going to see somebody try to make it a one-stop race? As if you save some fuel, it might be possible to make this a one-stop race. I believe you'll have to make it to lap 35 before you see that. The 44 getting loose, coming off the corner. He will stay out, so we'll have a new leader here tonight for the first time. Travis Wall claiming that bonus point. As we'll go back and see where Keith Mayato is at. Travis Wall does have that 7-second lead. Keith Mayato right on the back bumper of the 7 of David Howard Jr. We see Keith Mayato moving up into 7th. Still has a pretty good amount of time to make up, as he is 17.5 seconds back from Travis Wall. But really, after he gets past Adam Baker in that pack, that is 10.5 back from Travis, he should have pretty smooth sailing to get up to Travis. And he's also got a pit still, so. But it does look like the 44 is going to try to put the 71 of Dean Viney back down a lap. As Joe Mitchell now coming down pit road. That'll give second up to Adam Baker. Stephen Burnett right on the back bumper of that 48 BZ Designs car out there. Other drivers to pit road. That is David Howard Jr., Brian Neff, also back on pit road. Last car on the lead lap, that would be the 77 of Chris Samard. Seth Hatchell up into 7th now after David Howard Jr. And, we got moving going around. What? Aaron Riley up to 10th. David Howard Jr. pitting. Bob Skinner also electing to pit. So when does leader Travis Wall come in? He stays out once again. He does have an 11-second lead on Adam Baker at the moment. Keith Mayato back in 6th. Seth Hatchell in 7th. And Bob Skinner with a long stop. Still on pit road. Not sure what happened to Bob. As he's now coming off pit road. He may have gotten a black flag as he's now going to go a lap down. Brian Neff does move up into 19th for Jeff Glockner, who I believe is still on pit road. So when do we see Travis Wall come down to pit road now? Travis Wall staying out to lead his 5th lap of the night. Still has an almost 12-second lead on Adam Baker, who did not pit in. Stephen Burnett running in 3rd. I think these guys are trying to run their tanks dry, trying to make it to halfway. As does it look like Shane Papala? No, Shane Papala not coming in. He's actually going to get passed by Keith Mayato. As we're going to watch Travis Wall see if he pits in this time around. As he comes around 10. Oh, almost makes contact with the 101 who is going to pit. And the 44 will stay out one more time. We are going to step away right here for a second, but we will stay with the action. We'll stay right on Travis Wall to see when he comes down pit road. We'll be right back. So Travis Wall still out leading this thing as he is now 13 and a half, almost 14 seconds ahead of second place Adam Baker, who also has yet to pit. Actually, the top 3 have yet to pit. That is Travis Wall, Adam Baker, Stephen Burnett. Other drivers who have yet to come down pit road, that would be Lupe Gonzalez, Aaron Riley, and looks like Dean Viney. And Lynn McNeese also has yet to pit. Not sure what happened to David Gainforth while we were away, but he is sitting on pit road for a long time. As we're going to have a pass for 3rd. Keith Mayato now up into 3rd, passing Stephen Burnett. Travis Wall has pitted. He has come down pit road. Adam Baker will be your leader here if he can fend off Keith Mayato, Stephen Burnett also goes down pit road. Dean Viney down pit road. Adam Baker, Lupe Gonzalez, Aaron Riley, and it looks like that. Oh, Lynn McNeese are your last ones to stop. As I'm not sure if Travis Wall. Oh, he just came off pit road. So Adam Baker is going to try to lead one. As they go into turn 10, coming into turn 11, does Adam Baker stay out to gain a bonus point? And he will. He'll take. Whoa, is it going to be the lap lead, though, that he needs? No, Keith Mayato steals it from him. Adam Baker stuck one more lap on the track. So Keith Mayato goes back into the lead after his pit stop. And it looks like first and second are some of your final drivers. Oh, actually, Travis Wall making way of the 53 of Lupe Gonzalez up into third. Let's take a run around the field as we hit lap 30. Keith Mayato, right now your leader, did start on the pole. 22 laps led for Keith. His only laps he didn't lead was when he decided to pit. Adam Baker started in 7th, up in 2nd, has yet to pit here tonight. In 3rd, Travis Wall started in 4th, led 7 laps, currently running in 3rd. Lupe Gonzalez, who started in 11th, running in 4th. Kurt Davidson, who started 2nd, now in 5th. Joe Mitchell, who started in 3rd, has found his way to 6th. Looks like he's got a little bit of front end damage on that car. Not sure if that's just the Toyota body or that is actual damage, as it looks like it might just be the body build. Go back to Seth Hatchell, who started 6th, now in 7th. Chris Samard started 8th, still runs in 8th. Stephen Burnett started in 5th, now in 9th. Shane Papala started in 9th tonight, now up in 10th. David Howard Jr. from 18th to 11th. Aaron Riley, 1 lap down, started in 13th, currently runs in 12th. Bob Skinner, also 1 lap down, started in 23rd, runs in 13th. Dean Viney, who started 16th, runs in 14th, 2 laps down. Lynn McNeese, who started in 15th, runs in 15th, 2 laps down. Paul Zota, who started 12th, runs 16th, no hood on the front end of that car. He has 3 laps down. David Gainforth, who started 20th, has made his way up to 17th, 3 laps down. Let me go back. Brian Neff still on the track. Started 13th, started 14th, is in 18th. And Jim Locking on pit road started 10th in 19th. And Jeff Glockner, who started 17th, runs in 20th. And I'm not sure if it's by design or it's by luck. Adam Baker and Lupe Gonzalez down pit road halfway in the race. So if they have timed this right, everybody else is going to have to pit one more time. Adam Baker and Lupe Gonzalez are done for the night. And we want to remind everyone at home right now to hit that subscribe button because next week, we want to remind everyone at home to hit that subscribe button because next Thursday, the Lazy Days Cup Series heads back to the land of the Great Lakes, Michigan International Speedway for the Michigan 290. You can catch all the action live here on PBR Broadcasting. As Keith Mayoto out to a 17-second lead. Take a look around to see what's going on through the field. The last car on the lead lap, that is Lupe Gonzalez. He is 1 minute, 1 second back from Keith Mayoto, as he is in danger of going a lap down, able to keep that car. As you see Keith in the background right now, right below the ticker up there. But Lupe's on fresh tires. I believe Keith Mayoto's been out there for about 10 laps right now. Actually, we'll check to see how many. Let's check to see here. See if we can find it. Lupe has 1 lap on his tires. Keith Mayoto 13. The driver with the most laps on his tires, that would be Seth Hatchell with 20. Driver with the most incidents right now, mark it up as Lynn McNeese with 15. Not sure if they have an incident cap here tonight. Let's take a look back with Travis Wall running in second. He's got some time to make up on the leader. But the 2 drivers I want to keep an eye on through the rest of this race, that'd be the 48 of Adam Baker and the 53 of Lupe Gonzalez. Those 2 guys pitted late, way late, about halfway in the race. And I'm interested to see if they can make it to the end. As we hit lap 35, they are getting near they are getting near 30 to go here as Keith Mayoto makes his way around the S's, making it look pretty easy actually out there. The 09. It's been a while since he's been out there leading laps, as I believe the last time we saw him leading laps was the last time we did a road course, Sonoma. He had the issues at Daytona, got involved in a big wreck, and he's been struggling ever since then. Back up front, getting back to race form as he passes the 91 of, I believe that is 60 of Brian Neff. As the whole top 10, their last laps counted, everybody running a 109. As Keith Mayoto brings them to 30 to go here tonight at Watkins Glen International. And we are within 10 laps of hearing the answer for tonight's trivia question. Go ahead and give it to you guys once again. How many poles did the late Dale Earnhardt hold on to at Watkins Glen? Just need the number of poles that he won here. Don't need the years. Years would be bonus. But Keith Mayato out front, 17 seconds. He's actually lost a little bit of time as Travis Wall is starting to make it up. And looking at the math here, it looks like Keith Mayato might be about 15 laps short for the end of this run. Or he may be within that range. Does he short pit and try to get out and try to make the pass? Lupe Gonzalez now will go a lap down. Adam Baker, now your last car on the lead lap. They did pit that really late pit stop. They may be holding on to something, trying to save their tires, but it is not that long of a pit stop for the leader to go in and stop. Kurt Davidson will move back to fourth. Joe Mitchell making the pass on him. Looks like we had one car off in the dirt. Take a look here really quick, see what, if anything, happened. As I don't think we had anything happen there. Go back to Kurt Davidson. He was running in fourth right now. Joe Mitchell did make the pass on him. The 18 Interstate Battery Machine up there running in third, getting ready to make the pass on Aaron Riley, who is running in 12th tonight. As let's take a look at where drivers sit for the teams right now. We'll go ahead and take a look first at... We'll take a look at GAC Racing. Keith Mayato out front leading this thing. Your next best driver for GAC Racing would be Chris Samard in 8th. He's back there running in the 77 Mountain Dew machine. Then you have Travis Wall for Max Rev Motorsports running in 2nd. Stephen Burnett running in 6th. MB Motorsports make that Joe Mitchell and Seth Hatchell, who's coming down pit road right now, but that was 3rd and 5th. Kurt Davidson for SoMO Racing would be your first point scorer for them, as he currently runs in 4th, getting around teammate Aaron Riley, who was actually the next scorer for the team SoMO Racing. Then we'll take a look. David Howard Jr. runs in 7th for Diamond State Racing. And then also Bob Skinner for Mayhem Motorsports runs in 13th. Brian Neff for Can-Am Motorsports still out there as well. And we are getting word David Gainforth calls it a night. He has taken his car off the track. Keith Mayato still holding on to that 17-second lead. We did see Seth Hatchell coming down pit road. He is going to remain in 8th. As it looks like, yes, he is actually battling Adam Baker at the moment. As Adam's trying to stay on that lead lap. And we are going to step away here really quick. We'll be right back for more action here as we just hit 25 to go. We'll be back right after this. All right, and we are back. Keith Mayato still out to that 17-second lead. Travis Wall running in second. We're going to take a look at the top 5 right now and where they started. Keith Mayato started on the pole tonight. He is up front. Travis Wall started in 4th. Runs in 2nd. Joe Mitchell, who started in 3rd, runs in 3rd. Kurt Davidson, who started 2nd. Oh, and Keith Mayato almost loses it. See if replay will show us that. It will not. So Keith Mayato almost loses it coming off the corner. But Kurt Davidson did start in 2nd, currently showing as 2nd. And Stephen Burnett, who started in 5th, runs in 5th. So the top 5 who started this race still in the top 5 late in the race. And we do have a pit stop. Travis Wall comes down pit road. So that'll give up 2nd to Joe Mitchell. Kurt Davidson also coming down pit road. Adam Baker and Seth Hatchell still holding on to that lead lap. Chris Samard and Kurt Davidson down pit road. David Howard Jr. up into the top 5. So we are looking at drivers who have pitted and drivers who are looking to pit. We are looking at the leader right now, Keith Mayato, 22 laps out there. He does have the oldest tires on the track. Or excuse me, him and Paul Zoda do. As it looks like Keith Mayato will put Kurt Davidson 1 lap down. Kurt Davidson running in 8th. Joe Mitchell down pit road. That should give 2nd back to Travis Wall, who had a great pit stop, will come off. I believe Bob Skinner yes, he has gone down pit road. So Joe Mitchell down pit road. That'll give 2nd up to Travis Wall, who has already pitted for the last time here today. Now, do we see Keith Mayato follow suit and come down pit road for the last time? We do know Adam Baker and Seth Hatchell, the last 2 drivers on the lead lap, have already pitted for the last time. There is Keith Mayato coming down pit road. So as the leader comes down pit road, we'll go to Travis Wall, who's got quite a mountain to climb right now to get up into that 1st position. And we're looking to see when maybe Keith Mayato, he is in his pit box at the moment, as Travis Wall comes around turn 10 into turn 11. And it does look like Keith Mayato's out of the pit. But does he get up to speed before Travis Wall comes around? It will be close. 7 seconds separate them. And it looks like Keith Mayato is going to get back out to speed. And we will see if Travis Wall can catch him now. And that shows you just the distance that Keith Mayato had, as he looked like he got a little bit loose there in the corner. But that shows you the distance that Keith Mayato had on the rest of the field. as he was able to pit and still hold on to that lead. Didn't even lose a step. All right, we have hit lap 45. Let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's trivia question. How many poles did the late Dale Earnhardt hold at Watkins Glen? The answer, 3. Earnhardt would claim 3 poles. That would be in 1990, 1993, and 1996. Oh, we are getting near 20 to go. David Howard Jr. comes down pit road late. Looks like he is back out already. Or no, he is on his way out of the pit, so he will drop down a couple of positions. Drop him down to 11th. But we're going to go ahead and take a look to see where the top drivers in each team are once again here as we get the 20 to go. Keith Mayato for GAC Racing is winning this race, 38 laps led. He has led the most laps here tonight, so he looks like he'll be gaining 3 bonus points as well. So Keith Mayato is the first scorer for GAC Racing. The second one would be, looks like it would be Chris Samard, who is running in 10th. And we do have another driver down pit road. That is Stephen Burnett. Paul Zota also joins him down pit road. So let's go to second now. Travis Wall from Max Rev Motorsports has some laps led. Will gain bonus points there. And your next driver for Max Rev Motorsports would be Stephen Burnett, who has pitted. Currently sitting in 5th. Looks to be dropping back a couple more spots. Seth Hatchell, your first driver for... No, Joe Mitchell will be your first driver for MB Motorsports. Seth Hatchell will be second and 4th. Kirk Davidson for SoMO Racing will be scored as 5th right now. And the next driver for SoMO Racing, make that Aaron Riley, 1 lap down. Other teams on the track, 575 Motorsports, Lupe Gonzalez in 6th. Diamond State Racing, David Howard Jr. in 9th. And Mayhem Motorsports, Bob Skinner in 13th. Brian Neff has pulled his car off the track. He was in 15th for Can-Am Motorsports. And I think it's time we throw it to the SoMO Garage Cam of Paul Zota. We can get the audio to work right here. We'll take a lap around. Sorry about the beeping there. We do have one car off track. The beeping is Paul Zota's shifting indicator. We'll flip back to the race cameras now as Paul Zota, still with no hood, out there running. As right now he is showing in 16th as Chris Samard down pit road And he is sitting there for a while. Not sure what happened to him. Travis Wall out there right now, running in second. Does have some time to make up still. Lynn McNeese still out there running 24 incidents here tonight for the 84 machine, as he has been battling trying to keep the car on track as much as he can, as he's going to collect another incident with another off track. 25 incidents here tonight. No front end. That car, surprised it's running right now. As Chris Samard still on pit road. Not sure what happened there for the 77, but he's going to drop from 10th back to 13th as he gets the tires changed and gets back in the car. Let's take a look around the field as we get near 15 to go. Keith Mayato started on the pole, has led almost every lap of this race here tonight. 42 laps led for the 09. Travis Wall started in fourth, ran in up front for a while, is in second right now. 7 laps led for the 44 Piggly Wiggly machine. Go back to the 18, Joe Mitchell, who started in third, still runs in third. Kurt Davidson, who started in second, currently showing as fourth. Joe Mitchell, who started in sixth, up in fifth, has a little bit of front end damage on that car, but he's still out there running. Shane Papala started in ninth tonight, has worked his way up into sixth. David Howard Jr., who started 18th right now, he is the BZ Designs Hard Charger. He started in 18th, has worked his way up to 7th. Lupe Gonzalez, who started 11th, has worked his way up to 8th. Stephen Burnett, who started in 5th, is currently back in 9th. Adam Baker, who started 7th, now in 10th. Aaron Riley, 1 lap down. Actually, Adam Baker is 1 lap down as well. Aaron Riley, 1 lap down, started in 13th, now in 11th. Go back to Bob Skinner, who is 2 laps down, started in 23rd, shows as 12th. Chris Samard, we saw him get back on the track, and now he doesn't have a front end. Take a look to see what happened to Chris as he loses it in the S's. So a tough break for GAC Racing, as Chris Samard was running in the top 10 for a while here tonight. Right now he is 2 laps down in 13th. At 3 laps down, that would be Lynn McNeese in 15th, who started in 15th. Paul Zoda, 4 laps down, started in 12th, now in 16th. Last car on the track, that would be Jeff Glockner, who started 17th and is currently showing as 20th. We got 14 laps to go here as Keith Mayato getting ready to come around turn number 10 into turn 11, the final turn of this track. 18 seconds ahead of Travis Wall. And it does look like Adam Baker chose not to stretch the car. Lupe Gonzalez out there trying to stretch it as far as he can. 20 laps in on those tires. Right now, Keith Mayato, 9 laps in. And it does look like Did have one car that was on the track. Jeff Glockner has elected to call it a night. Lynn McNeese now pulls ahead of Chris Samard, who has called it a night as well. And Aaron Riley now down pit road. The 33 having some struggles here tonight on the road course. As he'll come out of the pits in 12th. So we do have 15 cars remaining on the track, 9 on the lead lap. Your 9 lead lap drivers are Keith Mayato, Travis Wall, Joe Mitchell, Kurt Davidson, Seth Hatchell, David Howard Jr., Shane Papala, Lupe Gonzalez, and Stephen Burnett. The drivers still out there running laps and running them hard, actually, as they are clipping down into the 109s now, it looks like, for the top 7. As Keith Mayato will come around and bring it to 11 to go. And it does look like Seth Hatchell will bounce back after his unfortunate electrical issues last week. And he will hold on to that top spot in the points. Take a look at some of the other points battles. It was... for third, I believe it was Chris Samard and David Howard Jr. David Howard Jr. holding on to that no problem here tonight. And as we come to 10 to go, what we'll do is we'll follow a driver around one whole lap. Or we'll follow the top 5 around, see how they're doing for a whole lap. So first we'll go to Seth Hatchell, who is actually quite a ways back. So he'll get more than a lap on this little show here, as he has some right or left front damage on that car. Not sure if we can get the... in-car cam there on Seth Hatchell. Let's see if we can. Yes, you see that damage inside the cockpit there. So he's got a lot of damage on that car. As he comes around turn 11 right now. Oh, it looks like we just had a driver blow up right in front of, was that Lynn McNeese? And it was Lynn McNeese, who has had a really rough day, 29 incidents for him, as he will pull his car off the track. Blown motor for the 84 of Lynn McNeese. As we hit the second lap here, we kind of went away from Seth Hatchell there near the end because of the blown up car of Lynn McNeese. But we'll go to Kurt Davidson, who I believe has, yes, he does have Seth Hatchell right behind him. We'll kind of see this battle go as the hub car out there running laps, trying to stay in front of Seth Hatchell for that 4th position. We'll go a lap around. When we hit lap 8 laps to go, we'll go to 3rd place Joe Mitchell. And we have now hit 8 laps to go. That shows you how much of a distance the top 5 is behind the leader. Joe Mitchell now in 3rd. Nobody around him. Lap car of Paul Zoda behind him with no hood still running on that car. Looks like smooth sailing for the 18 right now, as he doesn't really have much to worry about. He's got a lot of distance behind him and a lot of distance in front of him, as it looks like they are about 15 seconds behind, and 10 seconds ahead is our 2nd place driver. As we'll now flip to him, that is Travis Wall. Running in 2nd in the 44, able to push that car to the limits here tonight. Hasn't had quite enough for Keith Maotto, but he has had enough for the field to get a 2nd place finish. As he is, I believe it's 23 seconds back. Yes, 23 seconds back from Keith Maotto. As we now have 7 drivers on the lead lap. Last driver on the lead lap, that would be Shane Papala. And as we get the 6 to go, let's go ahead and take one more lap around with Keith Maotto, and then we'll take a lap around with the remaining cars on the lead lap. Go ahead and jump to Keith Maotto right now as he's coming around turn. Oh no, he has made it out of turn number 1. He is heading towards the S's, going uphill, setting himself up for the bus stop now. Into turn 10 and into turn 11 he goes. He'll come around and make it 5 to go here tonight, as he's got Bob Skinner in front of him. As we'll get the 5 to go, let's take a look back with 7th place Shane Papala. He is not far ahead of Keith Maotto at the moment, looking to stay on that lead lap and finish this race on the lead lap. As it's showing him 1 minute 4 seconds back. We talked about this in pre-race. He finished last year 1 minute 6 seconds or 7 seconds back, and he is running about the same pace here tonight, as he is 1:04 back. And as he comes around, leader Keith Maotto won't be far behind. So we'll go ahead and flip straight to David Howard Jr., who's running 6th right now. He is not far ahead of Shane Papala as well. 4 laps to go here. And as we come around to get the 3 to go, we'll go ahead and stick right with Keith Mayato. And let's take a look at the top 5 as they get the 3 to go to see where they have moved. And we do have one driver who didn't start in the top 5. That is Seth Hatchell, who's running in 6th right now. So great job by them. We'll take a look at where the teams stand as well. Keith Mayato, of course, up front for GAC Racing. The next one to score for GAC Racing. You go back to 13th, Dean Viney out there. He will score as he's coming down pit road. So I don't believe that'll give it up to Lynn McNeese, but Dean Viney elects to come down pit road late. 3 laps to go. Does he park it? We'll have to keep an eye on that. Travis Wall, first scorer for Max Rev Motorsports. Your second one will be Stephen Burnett running in 9th. Joe Mitchell for MB Motorsports in 3rd right now. Seth Hatchell in 5th. Kurt Davidson of SoMO Racing right now in 4th. Next one for SoMO would be Aaron Riley in 12th. David Howard Jr. of Diamond State Racing in 6th. Lupe Gonzalez of 575 Motorsports in 8th. Then we go back to Bob Skinner for Mayhem Motorsports in 11th. And I believe that rounds the field out for drivers still out there. Brian Neff, of course, is 18th for Can-Am Motorsports. Joe Owen did not start tonight's race, so he will not score for Fury Motorsports. We do have the 2 to go. As Keith Mayato comes around, he is 29 seconds ahead. He has all but locked this thing up here tonight. And Dean Viney back on the track. He does move back to 13th. Lynn McNeese looks to have parked it. White flag is out one more time around for Keith Mayato, who's got a 30-second lead heading to the white flag. As he comes around the carousel. 2 more turns left for the 09 to get his first victory in quite a while. Around turn 10 he goes into the final corner of tonight's race. And there you have it. Keith Mayato will win the BZ Designs 155 at Watkins Glen International. We'll be back right after this with your interviews for the night. All right, and we are back here. We'll be getting race winner Keith Mayato here in just 1 second. Keith Mayato, you got a copy?
10-4.
Well, you definitely put on the show out there tonight. Did you get some practice out there, and that's really what set you ahead of everybody else?
my practice was last night, actually, and I found this setup a lot more enjoyable than last night's.
Now, have you had success? I mean, we saw you have success at Sonoma, but do you kind of consider yourself a road course ringer?
I do practice a lot in road course racing because I find that I just need to practice more of than an oval. So yeah, I would say so.
All right. Well, we'll take a look here to see. You did start on the pole. You led 58 laps. Most laps led here tonight. You almost led them all. Anybody you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to yourself for putting on a good show every Thursday night, and for once again for SoMO putting on the show every Thursday and I guess all week.
Now, we also got to ask you. Next week, you guys do head back to the ovals. You go back to Michigan, and I believe you finished pretty well last time out there. Or no, you actually. I don't think you did actually. But are you ready for Michigan? Do you think you'll be able to put on a show and hopefully get another win out there?
Yeah, I think I got involved in a wreck or something. Yeah, I'm pretty good at Michigan. I like it, so we'll see how it goes next week.
All right. Well, congrats on your first place finish here tonight, and we hope to speak to you next week out at Michigan.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night.
Now we have second place finisher Travis Wall. Travis Wall, you got a copy?
Oh, yes, sir, I do.
Well, I'm pretty sure you did everything you could out there to put the pressure on Keith Mayato. Unfortunately, it didn't look like it was going to be enough out there tonight. But how do you think your car did out there?
Oh, car did awesome. Much better than last night's setup with the Busch cars. It was much more forgiving, I guess, out here. Yeah, I did not take tires on that second pit stop to try to do some strategy there, and it was working. I mean, I was 9 seconds within, so it just fell off there a little bit towards the end. So I was starting to worry about Joe catching me, but luckily that checker flag came out in time.
Yeah, we did see you had a 7.7 second stop on your last stop. Wasn't sure if you took two or maybe didn't take any, but next week you guys head back to the Oval. You head back to Michigan for the second trip this year. How do you think you'll fare out there?
I mean, I like Michigan with the other two cars, but these I've been hit and miss lately. So hopefully it's a hit this time.
All right. Well, you do start fourth tonight. You come away with a second place finish. You also led 7 laps, so you'll get that bonus point. Who would you like to give a shout out to tonight?
I gotta thank Lazy Days for helping us with the broadcast, SoMO for putting a good group of guys together, Piggly Wiggly for showing up on my car, and Max Rev Motorsports for letting me be a team with somebody. And then next week it's hopefully looking pretty good.
All right. Well, congrats on your second place finish, and we hope to speak to you next week out at Michigan.
Alrighty, thank you, sir.
All right, and we'll get to third place. Joe Mitchell here. Joe Mitchell, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you almost got to Travis Wall there at the end, but you do put on quite a show and get a third place finish. How was the car out there tonight?
It didn't feel too bad. It was kind of loose in a couple areas. But I mean, overall, I think it was all right. Had a couple mistakes early on, kind of cost me, and then I don't know. I was just so far behind those guys. I didn't know what kind of strategy they were on, so I was just kind of in a land of my own there for a while.
Yeah, and I'm not sure quite what lap it was, but we saw you fall back early. You started third here tonight. We saw you fall back from third to sixth. Can you kind of walk us through what was going on during that point?
Yeah, I had a couple mistakes. I went off track once and was mowing the grass on the exit of the bus stop, and I made the decision to just let some guys go so that I could try to calm down and settle in and just trying to be consistent and try to be around at the end. I've had a rough last couple weeks, so that was my goal, just to finish basically. So I'm pretty happy with third.
Well, you do start third, or actually, next week you guys head back to Michigan. Do you think you'll have have it next week to try to make a run for the win?
I hope so. I mean, that's it's a pretty fun track. It's really wide, lots of room for passes. So hopefully the car feels pretty good and we could go put on a good show for everybody.
All right. Well, you do start third tonight. You come away with third. Anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you, Stephen, at PBR Broadcasting, Paul Zoda, Aaron, Jeff, all the admins here at SoMO. They do a great job. It's an awesome place to race. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. All our sponsors that make everything possible for us. And I'd like to thank my teammates, which is growing. We have Shane, Seth, Adam, and Ryan. And I'd also like to thank my wife and son.
Well, congrats on your third place finish here tonight, and we hope to speak to you next week out at Michigan.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, and we'll take a look at the standing or the results here for tonight. If we can flip this back to Keith as he gets ready to do that burnout. Go ahead. There he goes. We'll go ahead and take a look at tonight's results. Keith Mayato does come away with your win tonight. Travis Well will finish second. Joe Mitchell will finish third. Kurt Davidson in fourth. Seth Hatchell will finish fifth. David Howard Jr. will finish sixth. Your last car on the lead lap will be Shane Papala in seventh. Lupe Gonzalez will finish one lap down in eighth. Stephen Burnett, Adam Baker will join him as well, one lap down in ninth and 10th. Bob Skinner will finish 2 laps down in 11th. Aaron Riley 2 laps down in 12th. Dean Viney will finish 3 laps down in 13th. And Paul Zotto will finish 4 laps down in 14th. Lynn McNeese will finish 12 laps down in 15th. Chris Samard 16 laps down in 16th. David Gainforth 37 laps down in 17th. Brian Neff 38 laps down in 18th. Jim Locking will finish 54 laps down in 19th. Jeff Glockner will finish 55 laps down in 20th. And those 3 did not start the race. So Keith Mayato will come away with the win tonight. Congrats to him. We want to thank the many sponsors that support Southern Motorsports, including iRacing World, O2 Derm Relief, Cindy's Finds, Portside Jaguar and Land Rover, Joe Owen Towing, Amy's Jewel Sense, Hardy's, CS Hobby, BZ Designs, and Lazy Days Racing. Thank you to the admins of SoMO, Paul Zoda, Aaron Riley, and Jeff Glockner for allowing Parks Brothers Broadcasting to bring you the race here tonight. Thanks to everyone at home, and make sure to subscribe to Parks Brothers Racing for your weekly Lazy Days Racing broadcast. Next week, SoMO heads back to the land of the Great Lakes, Michigan International Speedway for the Michigan 220, and you can catch all the action live here on PBR Broadcasting. And until next time, race clean, race hard, and we'll see you on the track.